Week 6 gets underway in a few minutes. Let's go. Broncos going on the road to take on the New England Patriots. This matchup was supposed to have happened last week before COVID-19 happened to the New England Patriots. Well, now things have changed since then. Cause the Week 5 matchup was quarterback-wise, was supposed to be Brett Rippon of the Broncos versus Brian Hoyer or Jarrett Stidham of the New England Patriots. But now, thanks to that, Drew Lock is back in the lineup to take on the New England Patriots, and Cam Newton is cleared to play against the Broncos. Now this was before 2000. Now last week I had the Patriots beating the Broncos regardless of what happened. Now I know the Patriots are going to beat the Denver Broncos. Hey, listen, at least I think I know that the Patriots are going to beat the Denver Broncos. If I'm wrong, so be it. The last time the Patriots. Yeah, the last time these two teams met, the Patriots kicked the ever-loving shit out of the Denver Broncos. Of course, the Patriots were Super Bowl contenders at the time. Patriots still should be a playoff team. Maybe go ahead and take the New England Patriots to beat the Denver Broncos, which would be Cam Newton's first ever victory against the Denver Broncos. 0-3 against Denver. Make that 1-3. Bears going on the road to take on the Carolina Panthers. The Bears getting a victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah, it's looking like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to struggle, or are going to continue their struggles at this point in the season. And the Panthers, after starting 0-2, have won their last 3 games. And their third consecutive victory got Dan Quinn fired. there you fucking go there. Coin flip time, because who knows who the fuck is. I am out of it, but yeah. Heads. Interesting. God, I've been fucked by both teams this year, but it is what it is. Don't really care about this matchup. I do, but I don't at the same time. This should be an interesting matchup, actually. But take the Chicago Bears. It landed heads, but take the Bears to win. Bengals going on the road to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Yeah, Joe Burrow played his worst game of his career so far in his young rookie career. And don't expect it to be any better, because they're now facing one of the best defenses in the National Football League in the Indianapolis Colts. Take the Colts to defeat the Cincinnati Bengals. Lions going on the road to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Well, after starting 1-0, the Jaguars have lost their last 4 games. And the Lions, it's looking like that victory over the Cardinals was just a bullshit fluke victory. This is clearly the cream of the fucking crap for Week 6. Where was I? Come on. Okay, thank you. Yeah, give me a fucking break. And you could call this one the Flaming Hot Seat Bowl. Both of these head coaches are in danger of losing their jobs by the end of the 2020 season. Ugh. I don't give a fuck about this matchup either. But go ahead and take Jacksonville. Don't fucking care. Here. Yeah. Moving on quickly. Falcons going on the road to take on the Atlanta Vikings. Minnesota Vikings. And yes, Dan Quinn has been officially fired from the Atlanta Falcons. Haven't checked the news on who the interim coach is, because I don't give a flying fuck. I'll look it up later, because I gotta get this uploaded quickly. Go ahead and take the Minnesota Vikings to get their first home victory of the season. This is another cream of the crap matchup, by the way. All right. Washington going on the road to take on the New York Giants. I did want to say a few things. As you already know, a couple weeks ago, Dwayne Haskins got benched in favor of Kyle Allen because Ron Rivera was not impressed with Dwayne Haskins' progression throughout the first 3 weeks. Yeah. He only threw 3 interceptions and all that bullshit. But are we also gonna ignore the other type of turnover that he has, the lost fumbles? Yeah, that count. Yeah, if you're gonna include his rushing touchdowns, you gotta include his lost fumbles as well. But in any event, anyway, right? People are complaining that, and yes, people were bitching about that move. But here's the problem with it. Here's the problem with this. Here's the problem with it. With bitching about it. Dwayne Haskins is trash. You could be, and people are gonna say, well, he wasn't given a fair shake. He only played 13 games. Well, here's the deal. Dwayne Haskins shouldn't have been drafted in the first round in the first place. I don't think any of these quarterbacks of 2019, with the exception of Kyler Murray, should have been drafted in the first round to begin with. Daniel Jones should not have been drafted in the first round to begin with. Dwayne Haskins should not have been drafted in the first round to begin with. Okay? I mean, fuck out of here with that shit. None of the... Yeah, I'm not a big Daniel Jones fan either, quite frankly. Like, I understand Daniel Jones... But the excuse you could give Daniel Jones is that Daniel Jones does not have a legit number 1 wide receiver, whereas Dwayne Haskins did. Give me a fucking break on that shit. That's what, and Ron Rivera wants to win. And he doesn't have time for a quarterback. He doesn't have time for this project bullshit quarterback who was only good because he was a byproduct of the Ohio State system. So with that in mind, and who knows who the... Now, I do find it head-scratching that Ron Rivera would go with the quarterback that basically got him fired after a 6-game losing streak or whatever the fuck. That's what happens when Cam Newton goes out and Kyle Allen gets way too comfortable after the fact. But it is what it is. Oh yeah, and I did hear that Alex Smith made his triumphant return. And that is not an exaggeration, and that is not sarcasm either. This was a triumphant return considering what happened to him 2 years ago. A lot of creamy crap matchups, including this game. Only one win between these two teams. It's the NFCs for you. I don't care about this game either. Take the Giants. Texans going on the road to take on the Tennessee Titans. Well, the Houston Texans finally got off their losing streak. But they're not going to win two games in a row just like that. Sorry, not going to fucking happen. Titans, end of story, moving on. Should be an interesting game. Should be a close game because of division rivals, but whatever. Ravens going on the road to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles. I happened to watch the game between the Steelers and the Eagles this last week. A really good game, believe it or not. This game could feature more of the same, quite frankly. But Philadelphia's bad. They're still fucking bad, injury riddled or not. Carson Wentz is proven once again that he is a tad bit overrated. The problem with Carson Wentz, as talented as he has zero credibility. Remember, bottom line is this: he did not win the Super Bowl against the Patriots 3 years ago. Nick Foles did. And that's not to say Nick Foles is a great quarterback either. It's just that Nick Foles was at the right place at the right time. With that being said, I got flip for this one. Hold up. That was a lame flip. Try again. There we go. A little better. Tails. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Take the Ravens. Wouldn't shock me if the Eagles actually win this game. You know what? Do I dare? Yes, I do. Take the Philadelphia Eagles to defeat the Baltimore Ravens. Vince, changed my mind at the last minute. Now, this is the game this should be an interesting game. Browns going on the road to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know it's 2020 when the Browns are actually playing like a professional football team. Oh, I fucking went there. All seriousness, though, the Browns have been doing a great fucking job. See what happens when you have a good head coach? Coach that can elevate that talent because now the Browns are playing. Now the Browns, with the talent that they have, are playing like they're supposed to. That was a good job by the Browns beating the Indianapolis Colts the way they did. It was going to be a tough contest for Cleveland because of the Colts defense. It is what it is. But now you're facing the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is the Steelers' game to lose. It could be Cleveland, not Cleveland's to win necessarily, if that makes sense. Go ahead and take the Pittsburgh Steelers to win, but this should be a good game as well. All right, late afternoon games. Jets going on the road to take on the Miami Dolphins, and in a fucking circle jerk flow fest, take the fucking Dolphins to win that game. And the game that everybody's going to be watching, Packers going on the road to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Holy fuck, Tom Brady once again loses to Nick Foles in prime time, just like he did at Super Bowl 52. And as far as the Packers go, they're still undefeated. They just came off their bye week, so they should be well rested. So naturally, I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win. This should be a good matchup between Brady and Rodgers. Ooh, I really should. I am tempted to take the Packers, though. I gotta be honest with you. Thankfully, this game is a 4:25 Eastern kickoff time game, so it is what it is. But yeah, for now, take the Buccaneers. Rams going on the road to take on the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers have been a fucking wreck. Holy shit, they have been bad. The injuries are starting to pile up, and it's starting to show it, and it's really starting to show in their performance, unfortunately. And it's not just that; it's also the fact that Jimmy Garoppolo may have, unfortunately, hit his ceiling. I think a lot of people knew that Jimmy Garoppolo did not have that high of a ceiling. with that being said, who have the Rams faced all year? They faced jacktard, schlub football teams like the Washington. Hey, they beat the Washington football team, but that's about it. As far as that goes. And they beat the Cowboys. Boys, more on that later, of course. They beat the Cowboys. They beat Philadelphia. Wow, I'm shaking in my boots. And then they beat the Washington football team. Again, wow, I'm shaking in my boots. Damn. That being said, take the San Francisco 49ers to defeat the LA Rams and to get their first home victory of the 2020 season. All right. The Monday night doubleheader, the first game, which was supposed to be the Thursday night game, but like I said earlier, thanks to the Buffalo Bills having to play on Tuesday, it was moved to Monday. But yes, Chiefs going on the road to take on the Buffalo Bills. Chiefs get their first loss of the season, and yes, I was able to watch that fucking game against the Oakland Raiders. Raiders just played like the better fucking team. That's just the bottom line at the end of the day. Hey, that game could have gone either way. I gotta be looking back at it. And the Buffalo Bills, gotta watch that Tuesday night game. But man, yes, they also suffered their first loss of the 2020 season after getting run over by the Tennessee Titans. Should be an interesting one. If Kansas City loses 2 in a row, things might be a little bit. The picture in the AFC West might be a little bit different by week's end. But go ahead and take the Kansas City Chiefs to defeat the Buffalo Bills. And last up, ESPN Primetime Football Monday. Cowboys staying home to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Congratulations, Cardinals. You finally went back on track and beat a team that you were supposed to beat in the New York Jets. They are that fucking trash. And the Cowboys. Am I supposed to be impressed by a victory? Was I really supposed to be impressed that you were able to, that the Cowboys and the Giants were able to make it an interesting contest? Because fuck out of here with that shit. Thank fucking God my CBS station did not show that fucking game. Which means thank God I didn't get a chance to see Dak Prescott's injury live. I did see it. I did see the injury eventually because when I heard the fucking news that Dak Prescott is done for the remainder of the season thanks to a compound fracture in his ankle. Ugh, God. Feel bad for Dak. Should have taken the contract when the Cowboys offered it. Though. I mean, I feel bad for Dak, but at the same time, he lost. But now, for the rest of the season, it's the Andy Dalton show. Because of the injury. And listen, the Cowboys still have a ton of talent around him. I know the Cowboys suck on defense, which is the reason why they were 1-3 before that victory for last week. But Andy Dalton has proven that with a lot of talent around him, that he can actually win some games in the regular season. The postseason, iffy as usual. So yeah, I know. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I was gonna take the Dallas Cowboys to win. Heading into that game, I'm still gonna take the Dallas Cowboys to win because the Cardinals, and this is nothing against the Arizona Cardinals. I hope I'm wrong, but Vance Joseph's defense still is way too fucking suspect at this moment. It was proven when they lost to Teddy Bridgewater and the Carolina Panthers. You know that's pathetic. You know that's pathetic when you lose to the Panthers. Or maybe the Panthers are not that bad of a fucking football team. I'll chalk that one up to maybe that. But yeah, this should be a good game. I'm interested to see what Kyler Murray can do with the Dallas Cowboys defense. And will the Dallas Cowboys defense have to step up now that Dak Prescott is done for the remainder of the season? But to be honest with you, as far as the quarterback talent goes, it's not that big of a drop-off as people are saying that it is. This was not the scenario that people necessarily wanted. I know that much. But yeah, that's just how I see this. That's how I see Week 6 panning out. If I'm wrong, so fucking be it. Thank you very much for watching this video and enduring this video. If you didn't like my video, well, you know the deal. My fucking channel, and I can do whatever the fuck I want with it, and you can't fucking stop me. That's it, that's all. Till next time, later, fuckers.